Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Libra, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for January 27th to February the 2nd. This week we have the EMPRESS Oracle card. We have the Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Empress here. So guys, we have a cycle ending here, something that's been wanting to complete for a while, but the timing hasn't been right until now. This is the end of anything that hasn't been materializing for you, the frustration of things not quite happening for you in your life, and it's really time now to bring a much clearer focus. And I think there's going to be a transition period, and then things are really going to start falling into place. We have the Empress here. She really wants things to actually materialize for you instead of staying like this Seven of Cups energy here, where things are just kind of a little bit at an arm's reach. So let's see how that plays out. But first of all, we're going to just go to the Oracle card for you, EMPRESS. So I'll just read that one out. Where are you being called to journey to? The Celtic word EMPRESS means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. If you pulled this card, you are either being called on a soul journey or are already on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is to journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on a desert, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. Beautiful. And, it can just be metaphorical as well, Libra. This is about starting a new journey, a new chapter. There's a little bit of that full energy there. You might not know quite where you're heading yet or what the destination will be, but we do see a shift in energies here. So some of you might just be, in that process of finding out what that direction's going to be. Now, in your recent past, we have the Nine of Wands, the Death card, and the Wheel of Fortune. I'll bring the Wheel of Fortune in a moment. So I feel, especially with two nines in your reading here, Gemini, that some of you had been kind of stuck in a cycle and couldn't quite bring it to completion for quite a while. And I feel like this has probably made you feel a bit like that wounded warrior there who has been kind of in the battle, weathering the storm, maybe looking over the shoulder, that kind of energy. And, it's been ready to complete or due to complete for a while. But the universe is saying with that Wheel of Fortune that it wasn't quite the right time, but now it is. So guys, it's a general reading. You'll know what it is for you, but it could be the ending of a relationship, the transition of a job or career, leaving a toxic friendship, shifting homes. It can relate to many different things. And I think some of you have held on, but for good reason, that the timing, things weren't quite lined up. The stars weren't quite aligned then, but they are now. And those stars aligning are telling you to allow a situation to release and pass and to clear the slate for yourself so that you can really journey to somewhere new, because this current journey is coming to completion. Now, the Death energy, it really is about purging of the old to allow space for the new. And the promise is something far greater than what you've already had. The promise is a new dawn, a new day, ready to burst onto the scene for you. And alchemical growth and transformation that we see represented by the flower on the Death, on the Grim Reaper's flag there. So, something's going to come to an end, and endings aren't, always easy, Libra. I asked for a second card or a third card for that series to say, what is coming to an end, what is coming to an end, and I got the Wheel of Fortune. So the cards weren't going to reveal sort of, the suit or whether it was in love or business or career to me, but I did get the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever is coming to completion, the universe is saying that, now is the time. Now is the time for that luck change, and there will be a turning of the tables, be it in business or career, whatever it relates to for yourself. Now, we have just completed a decade and started a new one. So this is almost like a fresh new sliding door into a new chapter, because the Wheel of Fortune is said to have a 10 year energy. So the decisions that you make now are likely going to, have a real impact on that whole next 10 years of your life. Maybe some of you are completing a karmic contract, a life lesson. Maybe some of you have completed a difficult situation, but you learned something from it, and that's why you needed to experience it. And that's done now, and you can carry on to the next life lesson. So, I really feel like the universe is saying that this week is the right timing. The stars are aligning, and it's time for you to shift from that situation into something new. Now, I feel like the situation, related to this Seven of Cups energy. Now, Seven of Cups energy for me is my Hollow Promises card. It's, sort of a situation where there are maybe lots of, options and people around you or whatever it is, but nothing is really following through. Nothing is really materializing, and everything is just sort of held at an arm's length, like this illusion here. So some of you might have been in a relationship situation that just wasn't, it wasn't progressing. Maybe there was no level of commitment being reached or achieved. Some of you might have been, in a work situation where there seemed to be lots of options, but, nothing was coming through, nothing was following through, nothing was landing. So it can, lead to frustration and confusion, the Seven of Cups. If some of you might have been in the dating scene and there was a lot of like suitors or people around you, but again, I think they just didn't really, what they seemed like on the outside wasn't matching up on the inside. It can be that energy too, where things look good on the surface, but underneath it they don't align. But what is happening this week is that you're being asked to really focus your energies. We've got the King of Pentacles here. So, whatever the situation is that you are completing and, a new cycle is beginning, you're now asked to really, choose your options wisely and then focus in on those to really grow and expand and create abundance in your life. So, if that was work situations, you're really being asked to, choose one thing and go for it. Maybe in love situations, to choose wisely, to really be discerning. And, once you've made that choice, tune into that King of Pentacles energy, which is about, expanding that abundance, about, knowing how to make good, strategic, grounded decisions for your life in order to, reach the next level. So things don't just stay, an illusion or a mirage or kind of hanging in the clouds. The King of Pentacles is concerned with making things materialize, and we have the Empress here as well. So it's really you starting a new chapter this week of actually making things happen rather than just having things stay as those hollow promises. The King of Pentacles is somebody who knows how to work that equation. He knows how to manifest and then reap the rewards, but he knows it's not just a one-time process. You have to continually keep putting that energy out there to grow and expand your empire, to achieve a sense of stability, grounded, solid material resources in your life, rather than just energy, just promises, things that are not actually coming through for you. But I feel like that's going to grow and expand really quickly for you here, Libra, with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is about being self-sufficient and independent and, really being able to make it on your own and build all the resources you desire. It also says that you don't necessarily need, anybody else, be it in business or in love, to be truly happy and joyful. That's what the Nine of Pentacles says to me. It's a real card of success materially, whether it's in your finances or, also inside as well. Is about quality, not quantity, and has a sense of luxury about it. So I think some of your finances are definitely going to change, and that goes for the internal realm as well. Like I've just said, we have the Queen of Cups here, so I feel like you're actually moving it into a time where you're a lot more emotionally grounded and stable as well. Maybe in the past with this kind of Seven of Cups energy, you might have felt quite unsure about things about yourself. Well, the Queen of Cups is somebody who can, really sit on the edge of the waters of life, but stay grounded again. And we've got grounded characters coming in for you. And she's the master of her emotions. She chooses when she lets them out and when she processes them, she holds them in this beautiful gilded cup. And what I also love about her is look at her focus on this cup. She has chosen one of these options and she is focused. She knows that when she focuses on it, when she has her emotions under control, that's when things start to go her way, and that's when she can really start to develop this abundance that we're seeing in this reading here. So I love that. And you know, the biggest draw card in your reading really here is this beautiful Empress energy, Libra. The Empress is this force who's got your back this week, who can birth possibilities into tangible creations. She is the creation force. She's the great manifestor. So she's asking you to focus, to choose a cup wisely, and to start developing it and expanding it, because she's saying that abundance is really possible for you this week, and setting up the or planting the seeds now for a really successful harvest in the next season, because the Empress is fertile and ready to birth into the world your creations. So it is a great week for, if you have, you know, business ideas or new projects that you've always wanted to start, to finally get the wheels in motion and kick them off. It's that kind of energy. So I love this, guys. She is, you know, beautiful divine energy, feminine energy, ready to make things happen. So the stars are aligning for you this week, Libra. It is time for you to make the most of that energy and really start making it all happen, and Empress will help you do that. Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't necessarily be for every one of you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment if you'd like to share how it's unfolding for you in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week with another reading.